It's time for Volume 2 of Kakumei to kick off, and what a story we're in for. Tensions on planet Sadala come to a head, a duo of assassins butt their own heads, and a certain group of warriors gain a new head among their ranks. This is Dragon Ball Kakumei Part 6. We pick up back where we left off last time with Vegeta standing in front of Universe 6's entire special force of Saiyans. Despite his rage, his drive, and his mighty commanding force, this far more peace-loving group of Saiyans does not want to rise to challenge before him. Furiously, he shouts at them, "Leave if you want to, cowards, but I won't be able to look you in the eye, so don't come crying the day the enemy knocks on your door to kill your people." Immediately, Emerald Ruba tries to catch the rampaging Vegeta in his hands right where he stands. But Vegeta in his powered up state teleports behind him and sends a take of Saiyans flying with just one punch. Lorax strikes next with a blast to Vegeta's back, which doesn't even leave a scratch. He's down for the count as well, and Fennel can't even connect an attack before Vegeta senses her from behind and kicks her straight into a rock. With all three admirals down, the Saiyans can only look in horror at the Super Saiyan until... Sorry, my king, I had no other choice. Fennel and the others emerges as Super Saiyans too. But why apologize for the use such an important power? King Sadala intervened, scolding all of them for their actions and promising to banish Vegeta if he ever unleashes this demonic power like that ever again. Reluctantly, Vegeta returns to his base state and calls on Bulma. He is ready to leave. No arguments, no challenging to the taboo against the might of the Super Saiyan, no time for questions. Elsewhere in Universe 6, accompanied by Frost, the legendary assassin Hit has a new target far off the swamps. A hulking monster made out of some stony material propels himself through the swamp water, believing himself to have escaped whoever's chasing him. How wrong he is, and Hit stands directly behind him. The thing sends a barrage of stones in Hit's way, but a time stop lags right in their tracks, except one, which breaks free of power and boomerangs directly towards Hit. The usually devious and catty Frost comes in clutch through a chaos beam that cuts the stony bullet clean in two. Finally, we see Hit's masterful skills in action without even looking at his target, all focused on Frost. He uses his finger blast to pierce the stony creature behind him, not a single word uttered. On planet Dew, Frost successfully intervenes in one of Hit's many assassination attempts by blowing the victim to one side at the last moments. Ever playful and mischievous, Frost toys with Hit even when his arm is being squeezed to hell and back. Frost even reckons that he could be a hitman at the same level as Hit himself. "You will leave me alone from now on," Hit demands. "Until the end of time. Have I made myself clear?" He has not made himself clear. Frost still wants to stick around, so they decided to settle it on their own terms with a fight. Frost goads him on and on and on, but who wins? We never get to see. Is this perhaps even the origin to their alliance? And why the duo have this sort of straight man funny dynamic when they're out on the field together? Either way, Frost is a worthy assassin to Hit, it seems. But the others aren't doing so well elsewhere. In his own palace, the Grand Priest is struggling to get a hold of the sheer strength that's being kept by so many gods frozen in place, in an entire universe no less. An attendant approaches him, reaffirming to him that despite everything he's done thus far, the Ami Kings will not find out about their actions against the Universe Zero eventually. But he keeps up the charade for the Grand Priest as long as he can. The priest weakly warns this attendant not to cause any more trouble for himself, which he reluctantly goes along with before leaving. The Grand Priest struggles more in his absence, straining more than before. Something's got to give up eventually. The next place for us to visit is Gohan and the Pride Troopers in Universe 11 as they gather around Belmop's mummified and very dead body. Neither Jiren nor Toph feel comfortable with Makurita's attempt to bring him back to life, but she doesn't hold any level of honor to dictate Belmop's ultimate fate, but acknowledges that if he isn't truly gone, she's helping him to hold on nonetheless. Gohan rides on the topic of honor, making a rather bold request to Jiren. He wants to join the Pride Troopers. With the both of them taken back by this immediately poor timing, Jiren turns down the request at face value alone. This is a high level of prestige after all, and Gohan needs to prove his worth first if he can be seen among their ranks. Gohan sounds overjoyed at this outcome, a chance to learn with some of the best fighters he's ever seen, fitting in a line very nicely with his scholar nature. There's not too much time to celebrate Gohan's apprenticeship, though, as Dispo realizes something spectacular. So spectacular, it even manages to cause tears to spring up in the mighty Top's eyes. Belmoth is alive. Finally, in Universe 7, on Android 17's very own Monster Island, a rogue ship crashes. Making his way to the site of the crash, 17 recognizes the one who comes out of the ship as Pepperoni, a member of Team Universe 3 that he clashed with in the Tournament of Power. With the consequences of his actions seemingly catching up to him at last, 17 receives a request: team up with Pepperoni, just for his troubles of coming so far between universes. 17 naturally rejects the offer. He's living his own life with his family in peace now, and feels comfortable fighting on his own to defend what he's built for himself. That's when Sapphire and Pearl, his kids, show up. They overheard the conversation about what horrors are approaching the multiverse and fear for their own lives as well as their fathers. Android 17 feels a glimpse of humanity in the depths of his robotic organs and turns back to Pepperoni, fully acknowledging the stakes at play. He is forced to swallow his distrust for the interloper and asks him for the plan. And that's it for Chapter 6 of Kagome. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Link is available in the description if you want to read this amazing chapter for yourself. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new. I'm your host, Vro. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.